Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching Norwell Lady Knights basketball on WellsCountyVoice.com. This is Greg Van Meter. Derek Decker's along with me tonight as well. It's not game time yet, but it is senior night here at the Castle, and we always like putting that on the air mainly for the parents and players to be able to go back and watch in the future, whether that future is tomorrow or years down the road. So in just a moment here, the seniors will be honored. We'll talk about them throughout the game tonight. Then we'll just leave the camera on, put an overlay up, and then be back with you about 12 minutes prior to game time. But public address announcer Jamie Feldheiser will begin the festivities here shortly. And what we'll do is just leave the mics on live with no commentary while the senior night festivities are going on. And we do appreciate you joining us. So we'll be back with an update after the seniors are honored and talk about how the rest of the broadcast will go. Thanks for joining us again on the Voice Network, WellsCountyVoice.com.
Hi.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we begin tonight's varsity game, we'd like to take this time to recognize our two basketball seniors for their contributions to the program as well as to their school and community. Our first senior this year is Logan Rouse. Logan is the daughter of Jeff Rouse and Chris St. Myers. Logan is a four-year member of the basketball program and will play her fourth year with the softball team this spring. She has been a member of two sectional championship teams in basketball and softball. Logan has received first-team all-conference recognition and all-state honorable mention in basketball. She participated in the 15th IDCA IHSAA Underclass Showcase event in Indianapolis. Logan has also played for the Always 100 AAU team for 2 years. Her future plans include attending a yet-to-be-decided college to study occupational therapy and continue her basketball career. Ladies and gentlemen, Logan Rouse. And our final senior this year is Brielle Wilson. Brielle is the daughter of Mark and Devonna Wilson. Brielle has been a member of the basketball program for 4 years and has played on the varsity squad the last 3. Brielle ran cross country for 1 season, and this spring she will complete her 4th year as a member of the softball program. Brielle has been actively involved in campus life for all 4 years while in high school. Her future plans include attending Greece College, where she plans to major in business management and will potentially continue her basketball career. Brielle Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, please help indicate our seniors running final round of applause. Logan Rouse and Brielle Wilson.
Just 2 seniors this year for the Lady Knights and Coach Eric Thornton But two very important seniors, Logan Rouse and Brielle Wilson. Just so you can get an idea of their bios here. Logan is the daughter of Jeff Rouse and Chris St. Myers. She's a 4-year member of the basketball program and will play her 4th year with the softball team this spring. She's been a member of 2 sectional championship teams in basketball and softball. Logan has received first-team all-conference recognition and all-state honorable mention in basketball. She participated in the 15th IBCA IHSAA Underclass Showcase event in Indianapolis. Logan has also played for the Always 100 AAU team for 2 years. Her future plans include attending a yet-to-be-decided college to study occupational therapy and continue her basketball career. Logan would like to thank Coach Thornton and his staff for pushing her and for believing in her for the past 4 years. She'd like to specifically thank Coach Thornton for helping her become the player she is today. She would like also to thank Coach Wilson for always whistling at her to get her attention on the court. Logan would like to thank her parents for always being there for her and for all of their support on and off the court. She'd also like to thank her aunt and uncle and her siblings for all their support over the years. Her advice for the underclassmen is to be hungry for the ball and never regret working hard, even if you don't like it. Try to enjoy every moment of high school while it lasts. That's Logan Rouse. And I'll tell you, it's been a lot of fun watching her develop over 4 years. She has really become a leader and a really good basketball player. The other senior is Brielle Wilson. Brielle is the daughter of Mark and Devonna Wilson. She's been a member of the basketball program for 4 years and has played on the varsity squad the last 3 years. Brielle ran cross country for 1 season, and this spring she'll complete her 4th year as a member of the softball program. Brielle has been actively involved in campus life for all 4 years in high school. Brielle's future plans include attending Grace College, where she plans to major in business management and will potentially continue her basketball career. That's Brielle Wilson. And Brielle, like Logan, just a ton of growth, not only as a basketball player, but as a leader. Really somebody who just does a good job conducting herself on and off the floor. That's Brielle Wilson. So what we're going to do now, we've got the overlay up. Derek's back here with me. Derek, thanks for getting the lineups and so forth. Just read through the bios again for Logan and Brielle. What we're going to do, like we've done in years past on senior night, is we'll stay live. We'll leave the mics open, and so you can enjoy the Norwell band for about the next 5-6 minutes or so, and then we'll run the game intro and be ready for our normal pregame after that time period has elapsed. So thanks for joining us again here on WellsCountyVoice.com. Along with Derek Decker, this is Greg Van Meter, and we'll be back momentarily.
She's around. She's around. You'll like probably make them like
Thank you for logging on to the Voice Sports Network for this broadcast of high school sports. We encourage you to go to the games and support your area teams. We know you have a choice, and thank you for choosing us. This broadcast wouldn't be possible without the support of the sponsors you hear throughout the game. We encourage you to visit their businesses and use their service as often as possible. Be sure to tell them thanks for their support. Now, sit back and enjoy the game, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Norwell Lady Night Basketball on WellsCountyVoice.com. This is Greg Van Meter along with Derek Decker. We're back at you. If you were with us earlier, we broadcast the senior night festivities. Just two seniors this year, Logan Rouse and Brielle Wilson, part of what could be a special team as they wrap up the season tonight at home against the visiting East Noble Lady Knights. And I always love this time of year, Derek, because we get so many Lady Knights.
Yeah, we sure do.
With the Bishop Luers Lady Knights on Tuesday night up at Bishop Luers High School, and now East Noble tonight. And we're going to be right back to Bishop Luers Lady Knights next Tuesday as the Norwell Lady Knights open the sectional play against them. That game will be on, and we'll remind you again. But it's kind of a different time. It's at 7 o'clock on Tuesday night, since there's only one game to open the sectional in a 4-day sectional with 7 teams this year at Belmont. And we do have a special sponsor for that game, Shelton Financial Group, joining us for postseason play to help bring that to you. We really appreciate Jeff and his entire crew on the southwest side of Fort Wayne to help us bring that postseason game to you. But tonight we've got senior night. It's the last game of the regular season. And Derek, it's also an opportunity for Norwell's Lady Knights to clinch the NE8 Conference Championship outright.
Yes, it is, and it's something that they were not able to do last season. So, a lot of things going into this game for Norwell. This is a very important game, and Coach Thornton stressed it. This has become the most important game of the season for Norwell. Originally, it had been Belmont with getting to this point. Belmont, of course, now 5-1 in the conference, and will be favored at Leo tonight, but they are going to have to win and have a Norwell loss to get a share. Norwell has already clinched a share. They will win the Northeast 8. The question is, will they share it? And it's a lot sweeter if you can win it outright. And Norwell is going to be a big favorite in this contest, but this is a East Noble team that the 5-17 record doesn't do it justice, because just a couple of games ago they got their senior point guard Corey Jones back, who did not play a majority of the season. So this is a completely different team. The 61-34 prediction, I think, is too wide a margin. I still could consider Norwell a pretty significant favorite in this game, but I anticipate the margin to be a little bit closer. These two teams typically have gone at it pretty close. East Noble winning last year 52-41 up at their place. Kendallville, very tough place to win, and Norwell's done the same thing here. It's a very tough task to come in and win at the Castle, especially on a conference senior night with the band in the house and a terrific crowd on hand.
Norwell now 16-5 on the season, 6-0 in the conference, and looking to stay perfect here against East Noble. And then they'll have to rest up quick prior to postseason play starting next Tuesday. But with East Noble's point guard back, I would expect a much better effort from East Noble after they have really struggled through the course of this season. In fact, coming into this game, they have lost 2 out of 4, but prior to that, they had lost 9 straight. So they've only won 2 out of their last 13 basketball games, and they're going to be looking to spoil Norwell's party tonight. Norwell, on the other hand, looking for a little payback from last year's loss.
Yeah, and I think the game that best describes how East Noble's turnaround kind of began at the second half of the season is the win at DeKalb. That's not an easy place to play either, and they beat Leah Brown and the Lady Barons 61-50. The 61 number is not a number that you're going to see very often from this East Noble team. They average just 38 points a game, but a lot of that's because of DeKalb's non-existent defense. But in any case, it shows that they can win against conference teams and on the road. So this is not a game that should be looked over by the Lady Knights. And again, and we talked about it with the Whitco game. We talked about it with the Jay County game. potential trap games for Norwell. You're talking about sandwiched in between two big-time games. You had Lures on Tuesday, and you're looking forward to next Tuesday in what that will become the most important game of the year. And after tonight, it's win or go home. So everything matters. You can't afford any more losses after tonight. And you really want to treat this kind of like a tournament game, being your last chance to put your talent on the floor before the tournament. You could try some different things. It's a conference game, so more likely to be called similar to a tournament game, at least from the official standpoint, and how the pace of the game is. Typically lower-scoring games, half-court possessions, and not a lot of fouls called. Typically pretty physical as well. East Noble, a pretty rough team, and they've been known for that for many years, and they've had a lot of successful groups go through Kendallville, so this is going to be a physical test for Norwell. I certainly like this game being at this spot in the schedule. This is a great prep for the tournament.
Yeah, I think the first 4 minutes are going to be interesting from the standpoint that I thought the Lady Knights came out Tuesday and just dominated.
Yeah, and that's what won them the game.
And really played with a lot of energy and just precision the first 4 minutes at Lures. If they come out with that same kind of execution here against the East Noble Lady Knights, I think it'll be a good night. We will take a quick break here since we'll be bringing the national anthem to you live. So we'll hear from a couple of sponsors and be right back from the castle.
A new adventure awaits. Above the clouds, beneath the waves, among the rocks, powered by the light around us. Each moment of time is precious. Go higher, deeper, further. Pursue your dreams. Powered by light. Any light never needs a battery. Citizen ProMaster. Go beyond.
Daniel's Jewelers, North Main Street, Bluffton, where personal attention and trust become part of the memory.
It's the kid in grade school who paints her face blue and white before every home game.
It's the accountants and salesmen who give up their Friday evenings to referee.
It's the cashier at the corner convenience store who wears school colors on every game day.
What makes high school sports here in Indiana so special? They do. You do.
We all do.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Indiana Physical Therapy is your choice in Northern Indiana. Are you suffering from chronic pain? Maybe you just had a knee replacement, or are an athlete injured during a recent game, or just someone who tweaked your back perfecting your golf swing. Choose IPT for your physical therapy. IPT is a cost-effective therapy provider who accepts all insurance plans. We offer the highest credentialed and most reputable staff in the area. We're open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and can schedule you the same day you call. You can find any of our 17 Indiana Physical Therapy locations near you and know that we will assist you in getting you back to work, play, and life. Contact IPT or your physician to start your therapy today. Celebrating 29 years in business, Indiana Physical Therapy is your choice for physical therapy. Call 260-209-2464 or visit indianapt.com.
Welcome back to the Castle and the pregame show along with Derek Decker. This is Greg Van Meter. And Derek, before we talk more about the game, I do have to offer a special shout out today to my favorite dental assistant, Jenny. Jenny is at Dr. Hale's office right across the street from my office, and the level of patient care that she provides is truly special. So, Jenny, if you're listening, we hope you enjoy the game this evening. About a minute and a half left here before we get to the sportsmanship announcement, as well as the national anthem and the player introductions. And, you know, Derek, speaking of the player introductions, I was talking to Kelby Waybright the other night about the fact that, you know, there's been apparently a concerted effort to not introduce all the players anymore, but just the starting lineups. And I guess there was really nothing official about it, just a matter of time. And I wanted to get your thoughts on that because you watch as much basketball as anybody else, whether you feel that that's something that should be done or the way it is.
Well, and I also have the chance to do a lot of public address announcing myself with the middle school. It's a matter of preference to me. And personal preference, I do the non-starters and then followed by the starters. But I understand both sides of the argument. For me, it's a matter of if you're able to be on the varsity team, if you're named to the varsity team that night, you should be introduced at some point. And more than likely, for a lot of those subs, the only time that they're going to hear their name in that game for a varsity game. So for me, it's going to be read the non-starters followed by the starters, but it's a matter of preference.
Yeah, I meant to ask you about that a couple of games ago, and we just didn't have time to talk about it. But I know you've got a lot of experience with that, and I've always liked
I've always done it that way.
Non-starters. But we'll get just the starters tonight. Public address announcer Jamie Feldheiser currently going through the Norwell sportsmanship statement, and then we'll hear the national anthem played by your very own Norwell pep band. Not a big crowd here from East Noble, and it's time now for our national anthem. Now we'll join public address announcer Jamie Feldheiser for your starting lineups.
For tonight's final Northeast State Conference matchup, beginning with the East Noble Lady Knights, starting at the guard, a 5'7" freshman, number 24, Carly Kirkpatrick. Starting at the 5'3" freshman, number 30, Alice Weisweber. Starting at the 4, the 5'8" junior, number 10, Grace Irwin. Starting at the other 4, 5'9" freshman, number 40, Carly Turner. And starting at center, a 5'10" senior, number 42, Taylor Coleman. And if you will, the East Noble Lady Knights in the 6th season of the program, this is Deanne Booth. And now, Noble fans, here's the starting lineup for starting at the guard, a 5'6" senior, number 10, Rhea Wilson. Freshman number 24, Haley Phillips. Starting in the forward, junior number 12, Aubrey Dunning. Starting another forward, a 5'11" sophomore, number 32, Regan Parker. And starting in the other forward, a 5'8" senior, number 44, Logan Brown.
Once again, those starters for the visitors on the scoreboard, the East Noble Lady Knights. It's Grace Irwin, Carly Kirkpatrick, Avon Beiswanger, Carly Turner, and Kara Klein for head coach Deanne Booth. For your Norwell Lady Knights, it's Brielle Wilson, Aubrey Dunnick, Kaylee Filling, Brianne Barger, and Logan Rouse for head coach Eric Thornton. Deanne Booth, 85-59 in her 6th year at East Noble. Eric Thornton, 324 wins against 162 losses in his 21st year at Norwell. And the tip is easily controlled by Aubrey Dunnick.
Adam Pressler, Steve Betts, Drew Hoffman are officials tonight, and away we go on Coaches versus Cancer night at Norwell.
Brianne Barger wide open and buries her first 3 of the year in the final game of the season. Good for Brianne. Maybe that'll take the lid off that three-pointer for her here as we head towards postseason. I didn't catch who had the assist there, Derek. That was a good move inside by number 40, Carly Turner, but it went off the side of the backboard and out of bounds. It'll be Norwell's basketball.
Yeah, she finally got off the schneid, and it's good to see her do that because she could present a legitimate threat in the postseason. We've seen her shoot it from outside before. She's just been ice cold all year long.
Yeah, that shot was right on the money, hit nothing but net. Dunick with a strong move, and it is quickly a 5-0 Norwell lead.
Couldn't have asked for a better start again. The Knights have come out with good intensity.
Almost right at a minute gone here. Underneath, that's Irwin on the baseline. Norwell trapping pretty hard here out of their 1-3-1. There's a nice pass inside, and missing the shot was Klein. However, getting the rebound, then getting the ball back was Carly Turner. That rebound was controlled by Dunick, and Wilson will head the other way, and she's called for traveling. That'll be the first turnover of the game on either team.
Yeah, just kind of drug that back foot as she was trying to make that pass.
6:43 left in this first quarter. Norwell up by 5. Handling the ball in the backcourt is Aben Beiswanger. Hope I'm pronouncing that first name correctly.
Yep.
That's a steal. Rouse ends up with it. They've got a 3-on-2, and Logan got bumped pretty good, missed the shot, and Kirkpatrick pulled down the rebound. Quickly the other way is Beiswanger for 2. First field goal for the Lady Knights from Kendallville. Rouse up top, now filling. Of course, it's also Coaches versus Cancer night tonight as Rouse beats Klein to the spot. That's going to be a foul on Klein, and I believe Logan's going to be shooting 2. She is. Logan has really been playing well of late. In excess of 20 points, 3 out of the 4 games she's played in the last week and a half.
10 for 11 from the field at Lures. You just don't get much better than that.
Boy, and the athleticism she had on some of those shots was really impressive.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
And you jinxed her that time, Derek.
Yeah, well, we've talked about that. Well, when you hang around somebody that is good at that for 4 years,
that's right.
That happens.
That's right. I am the jinx machine. That's Irwin has it stolen away by Rouse. Rouse bumped again, misses again, but Brielle Wilson right there for the putback.
Well, I actually, in my opinion, I like that not being called in this game.
I do
because
too.
It prepares you for the tournament.
8-2 Norwell lead, 5:31 left in the first. And there's another steal, this time by Filling. She'll give it back to Barger. Barger scores and is fouled. Assist, Kaylee Filling, great 2-on-2 break there for the Lady Knights. The foul's called on Grace Irwin.
Tell you who's really improved to the line this year is Brianne Barger.
Yes, she has. Brianne buries this one. It's a 3-point play for her. She's got 6 points. The Knights have 11. They're up by 9. Boy, that was a really well-run fast break there by Filling and Barger. East Noble already with 2 turnovers. There's another one. Rouse comes up with another steal. Wilson the other way. Dunick looking at Rouse. Instead, she'll split the gap, miss the shot, and the rebound is controlled by Klein. Well, it was a good, strong move by Aubrey. She just couldn't get the shot to fall. Didn't look like she got it up quite high enough on the backboard.
Yeah, I think she might have lost that a little bit going up because she typically does not miss that shot.
On the wing. And now into the post is Klein. They're going to call a foul on Norwell on the floor. It'll go on Filling, her first. So each team, East Noble has 2 fouls. That was Norwell's first. Norwell in a man-to-man defensively on this inbounds play, and they're going to stay in it. That's Irwin on the wing. Rouse shading her to her left hand. I believe she's right-handed, though. That was kind of an interesting stance that Logan took. On the wing for 3, no good. That was Kirkpatrick with the attempt. Rouse with the rebound. Rouse will drive again and score again. Logan Rouse now with 3 points.
East Noble just does not have an answer for anybody. They're letting Norwell get to the rim pretty easy.
Yeah, Norwell simply too quick for the East Noble crew right now. There's another steal as Filling does a good job of stepping into the passing lane. She'll head the other way. Great pass inside. Barger couldn't get it to go. Boy, good luck
what a
there.
Pass.
That was a dandy. Unfortunate that Brianne couldn't get it to go with the right hand. That's a tough shot. The rebound blocked, and Dunnick comes out of there with it. Up ahead to Wilson. Wilson lays it up and in.
Yeah, you can credit Dunnick with a full court assist on that one.
Absolutely. It's a 15-2 Norwell lead. East Noble with a timeout. And I think it's probably a 30 there. No, it is a full timeout. We'll take it along with East Noble and be right back.
Welcome to the new Heidi Automotive Group. We have a brand new state-of-the-art facility. Now you can shop for a new Chevrolet, Buick, Dodge, Ram, Jeep, or Chrysler at the same location right here in Bluffton, Indiana. We have a huge selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, vans, and crossovers. We focus on quality, and that is why we certify our pre-owned inventory so you get more warranty, free maintenance, and peace of mind. Don't worry about your credit. We have financing options for everyone. Heidi Automotive Group, a new look, but old-fashioned integrity.
Welcome back to the Castle. Couldn't have been a better start for Norwell. They lead at 15-2 with 3:36 left in this first quarter. And Greg, right now it's all Norwell, and East Noble trying to get things under control here early on, because if Deanne Booth's team lets this thing slip away and grow anymore, they're not going to have a chance to get back into it. The speed factor has been the biggest difference so far, on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, it looks like Norwell's in a man defense now. Maya Shelton into the game for Coach Thornton. And that pass is out of bounds off of, I believe it actually went off of Wilson.
Yeah, and I like that play for East Noble. They ran that a couple of times. Their offense is a pretty simple, similar offense just about every time down the floor in the half court. And they will try to backdoor you every now and then.
Yeah, Wilson's going to pick up a foul. Just a little bit late getting to Grace Irwin. That is actually Beiswanger at the line. There's a couple of Beiswangers. Avon is a 5'3" freshman. Hallie, who didn't start, is a 5'6" junior, and this free throw off a little bit. 3:22 left here in this first quarter. They actually start a couple of freshmen. Carly Turner is a freshman as well, number 40. And Beiswanger's second one right in there. East Noble now with 3 points. 15-3. Get that scoreboard corrected for you. Shelton with her first touch leaves it for Rouse. Now Dunnick will come out beyond the arc. She'll try to drive, and it's off her foot and out of bounds.
Yeah, she kicked that behind her, and it did go off of her.
Yeah, we'll have to call that a turnover, unfortunately. 2 on the Knights. East Noble with 4. That's Kirkpatrick bringing it across the line, almost stolen by Wilson. It'll remain East Noble's ball. Just under 3 minutes left here in this opening quarter.
Yeah, the biggest problem for these East Noble Knights so far this year has been on the offensive end. Just 38 points a game. They've had a number of games where they have not gotten out of the 20s, even a couple games in the teens. So it's definitely been a struggle offensively this year.
Yeah, Norwell, on the other hand, averaging over 58 points a game.
Yeah, that's in the top 40 in the state. So that's not typical of a Norwell team, but this year's team has been able to do it.
A quick three, not particularly close, and it's thrown out of bounds on the rebound. That was Kirkpatrick on the miss. Turner on the offensive rebound, and the 5th turnover on the East Noble Lady Knights. Dunnick inbound. Got a feeling we may, if it continues to go this way, we may see a lot of subbing by Coach Thornton as well, as Rouse fakes the pass, turns the corner. Knocked away. Good defense there by Klein.
Real good defense. She anticipated the pass fake and then stripped it right out of her and out of bounds.
Wilson will key it in for the Lady Knights, and she needs to get it in.
Yeah.
It's thrown away. Actually, hey, Lauren Bales is in the game too for the Lady Knights. Good shot there by Grace Irwin, her first basket. Cuts Norwell's lead to 10. Into the lane, that was Wilson. It's kicked, and it'll remain Norwell's basketball. Not a Real solid kick there.
Now just grazed her foot.
Yep.
But enough to affect the pass, and that's why it was called.
Inside, Dunnick with the short jumper, no good. The rebound batted around and grabbed by Irwin.
Well, and in this game it may not matter, but just kind of going off of that, that is not a shot that you probably want to see Dunnick take, and could get a better shot inside for her.
There was a good move inside by Beiswanger, but couldn't get it to go. Riles with the rebound. Logan having a really solid first quarter here. 5 points and a couple of rebounds already. Wilson on the drive is going to be fouled. Minute 51 left. Kirkpatrick picks up her first. That's the third on East Noble.
Filling and Barger set the check back in after the first free throw.
And as Wilson just a little long and left on that effort.
She's got a real high arcing shot, and that's just not going to change. Good shooter, though. She's got a real nice touch.
Yeah, that's a trade of a couple of Norwell shooters. Shelton also puts quite a bit of arc on it, as Brielle's second free throw, not particularly close, but Shelton pulls down the offensive rebound, loses the basketball, and that'll be a turnover on the Knights. That's the fourth turnover on Norwell. That pass is almost taken away. Underneath is the freshman Turner. She'll kick it back out. Yeah. And a foul's going to be called, I believe, on Barger.
It is a foul, but the aggressive defense, boy, Maya Shelton really brings it to the table, and she got whacked somewhere. She's kind of doubled over. Might have had the wind knocked out of her, but she's going to stay on the floor right now. But she just adds a different level of energy defensively for Norwell.
She does. Filling checks back in the game for Wilson. The pass inside, batted away by Shelton. The turnaround is good.
Yeah, and not much more you can do about that. I mean, Norwell really anticipated the pass well, almost knocked it away, and then she's able to make the layup. So a nice play by East Noble as they cut the lead to 8.
That was Klein with the bucket. Filling on the drive, can't get it to go. Barger, though, pulls down the offensive rebound. Bales thought about the three, but didn't trigger it. Oh, nice pass inside from Rouse to Barger. Logan Rouse with the assist. Barger with the 2, and she will go to the line for a 3-point play attempt. That's first basket for the Lady Knights in a little while. The foul was called on, was that called on Beiswanger? Hallie Beiswanger's in the game.
How did she get that one to go in?
Logan Rouse with another tough basket and offensive rebound. Norwell's lead back up to 12 with 52 seconds left.
That's what makes Logan so good. She's able to make very difficult shots. I would probably qualify half of those shots that she made at Lures as being very difficult.
Oh, yeah.
As Deanne Booth burns her second timeout here in this first quarter.
Yeah, that's a 32nd timeout. So we will let you know that Peyton's Northern, a Kroger company, is now hiring. If you're 18, able to work 10-hour days, and can pass pre-employment and background screenings, please apply online at jobs.kroger.com. Click on Logistics and Distribution, then search for Bluffton. That's jobs.kroger.com. Norwell up 19-7 here with 46.1 left in the first quarter. It's Bales, Rouse, Filling, Barger, and Shelton on the floor for the Lady Knights. Hallie and Avon, I think, Beiswanger on the floor, as well as Irwin, as that pass is taken away by Bales. Great anticipation there. She does not have numbers, and a foul is going to be called on the floor. I think that's going to go on Avon Beiswanger. Avon Beiswanger. I was pronouncing it incorrectly, so it's Avon, not Avon. That's got to mean something. Not a traditional first name. A-V-A-N. A-V-O-N would be a little bit more familiar. Avon. Avon Chrismore was one of my teachers in high school growing up. That's Bales for 3. No good. Barger able to corral the offensive rebound, though. And the Knights will reset. Bales was hot the other night up at Lures, and Hallie Beiswanger is going to pick up her second foul as she tagged Shelton cutting across the lane.
Next one will put Norwell in the bonus.
16 fouls on East Noble, 22.7 on the clock. Bales open for three, no good. Chased down by Kirkpatrick, and it's taken away from her by Filling. Boy, good hustle all the way around there. Filling will leave it for Rouse. Rouse into the lane.
Nice
Great pass underneath to Barger, and Barger lays it up and in. Boy, Logan Rouse. Another assist, and that will end the first half. Norwell up 21-7 here at home on senior night. We will take a break and be back after these words from our sponsors.
Everything that I do can have an impact on somebody else.
You can dream any dream and you can chase any dream, and you can have a chance to succeed at that dream.
We're here just a speck of time.
Given the opportunities to be selfless.
That's what God does with us.
Not forgetting how you got here and who helped you along the way.
What are you doing for others?
Those to whom much has been given, much is expected.
Yeah, welcome back to the Castle. We're through one quarter of play. It's Norwell 21, East Noble 7. The Lady Knights raced out to a 15-2 lead, forcing Deanne Booth to call a couple of timeouts in that first quarter. And since then, East Noble has been a little bit better at slowing Norwell down defensively, but they still have not converted a lot of times offensively. A couple of those are free throws. So Norwell continuing to do a nice job as the starters back out on the floor to start the second quarter for Norwell.
Norwell had 6 more attempts in that first quarter than did East Noble, 18 to 11.
Rebounds.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And there's another turnover. That's the 8th turnover on East Noble already. Barger ended up with the basketball there. Filling. Spins into the lane. Great move. Leaves it for Dunnick. Dunnick will kick it out to Barger, as Barger able to slice down the lane. Can't get the shot to go. Gets her own rebound. And the rebound is on the floor this time. They'll call a jump ball. It'll stay Norwell's basketball. Barger is just absolutely dominant on the offensive boards. That's 3 offensive rebounds for her already, Derek.
Yeah, she's played really well tonight.
Good flash into the middle there by Dunnick. Her shot's blocked, and she's fouled.
I'll tell you what, Norwell has moved the ball exceptionally well this evening. They're finding the open kids, and a lot of times that's been Barger underneath. They're really trying to hammer it home to Barger. Somebody's not doing a nice job of staying on her, as she's been left open a number of times.
That's the second foul on Kirkpatrick as Dunnick gets her third point. Yeah, really good ball movement, and it's different ball movement against this man-to-man that East Noble's playing right now versus the 2-3 that Bishop Lures employed on Tuesday night, but equally as effective. Bringing across the timelines, Kirkpatrick. She has struggled kind of handling it tonight. There's a nice pass inside. Losing the basketball was Turner, and Brielle Wilson comes out of there with it.
Turner handles that ball immediately. It's a layup.
Filling with the little jumper. I love the way she kicks her feet when she shoots that short little jumper, as she's good on that one. That's first points for Kaylee this evening. 1 of 2 from the field. Just under 7 minutes left in the second quarter. Irwin on the baseline as the Knights back to that 1-3-1 trap. And that's going to be a kick on Wilson. Good call. It'll remain East Noble's basketball. East Noble's not gotten a shot up here yet in the second quarter. Norwell's already gotten up 3. Good pass inside is taken away. Barger with another steal, and East Noble with their 10th turnover. Filling across the line. I'm really kind of surprised East Noble's playing a man here, Derek.
Yeah.
Filling couldn't get the shot to go as the rebound was pulled down by Turner.
Yeah, they don't match up well with Norwell at all. And I wouldn't be surprised to see Coach Booth try a zone of some kind at some point, because Norwell hasn't had to shoot it from outside all that much so far.
Logan Rouse steps in front of another pass. Boy, that was just really good anticipation. That's probably the area, Derek, besides free throw shooting, that the Knights have improved at the most. That's going to be a foul on Klein. It'll be her second. It'll be 3 players now with 2 fouls for East Noble. They're just having a tough time keeping up with the Knights right now.
And that's why you can't play man. That's why you probably got to see a zone coming. It's quite possible that Coach Booth wants to try some kind of man and work on that before the tournament, because with this game quickly getting out of reach for East Noble, now you try to start looking at things that you can improve on trying to go into that tournament setting.
Rouse makes it, nope, it'll remain 19. However, Barger gets the rebound, can't get it to go. Rouse gets the rebound, misses, and finally it's on the floor, and Brielle Wilson comes up with it. Wow, that was a flurry of activity as Dunnick fires up kind of a wild shot there. Irwin came down with the rebound. That's Klein. Her shot's partially blocked, and Barger pulled down the rebound. Boy, Brienne is just piling up the rebounds. I've got her for 6 already. Filling, being patient, leaves it for Dunnick on the elbow. Rouse in the corner with 5:17 left in the quarter. Gets her shot partially blocked, but again, Dunnick comes out of there with it. It'll be
kickball.
Another kick.
Third one we've had so far in this first half.
Yeah.
Plenty of time left, though. 5:09 still in the first half, and Norwell already with 26.
Yeah, and it's a 19-point lead, and Coach Thornton's going to use his first timeout. Kind of a malaise there the last couple of trips down the floor. A lot of missed shots. Norwell just 1 of 8 here in the second quarter, but you put that in perspective, East Noble's only gotten 1 field goal attempt here in this second quarter. At Heidi Automotive, they're celebrating over 40 years of serving Wells County and the surrounding area with a great selection of new and used vehicles and an outstanding service department. Visit HeidiMotors.com to view their inventory. 5:09 left in this first half. Norwell up by 19. It'll be Norwell's basketball. Wilson, Filling, Dunnick, Rouse, and Barger on the floor. Those are the starters. Quickly into Dunnick from Wilson, and Wilson gets the assist. Dunnick gets the basket. It's a 21-point Norwell lead. With the basketball is Beiswanger. That's Avon being guarded by Wilson. The Knights have gone back to their man-to-man. Boy, Barger playing good aggressive defense. That's almost picked off by Wilson. Beiswanger is going to be fouled by Rouse. That'll be Logan's first foul. Beiswanger with a good, quick first step. You got to remember, she's just a freshman. That's the 4th team foul on the Lady Knights. Filling guarding the inbounds pass as Wilson steals it away. And they're going to, and that's a good call, as she stepped on the inline and was the first to touch the basketball. That's not a turnover then on either team.
Yep.
East Noble I've got for 11 turnovers so far. Avon Beiswanger with the basketball. They're trying to pound it inside. That's Klein. Klein can't get it to go, but Turner there for the rebound putback. That gets Norwell's lead back under 20 with 4:24 left, and that's thrown out of bounds. That'll be the first turnover on Lady Knights here in the second quarter. Maya Shelton's going to check in, and Barger will take a seat. .422 left. The Knights back into that 1-3-1 with Shelton up top, and Rouse gets another steal. Boy, she has had a ton of steals again tonight. She had a triple-double the other night, counting steals, as Shelton didn't hit anything on that particular shot. Klein with the rebound. Irwin will launch a long 2 and miss it. Rebound controlled by Rouse. Quickly the other way, Shelton. Nice move by Maya Shelton. And Norwell's lead back up to 21. Boy, Norwell has really been scoring the basketball. There's another turnover. Filling 2-on-1 up ahead to Shelton. And Shelton with her second basket on 2 trips. Filling with the assist. Boy, the Knights. I'll tell you, Derek, this might be the best offensive team that Norwell's had in a long time.
Yeah, and I would agree with you there. I think even Norwell's 24-3 season, the difference being that team had so much more experience around it, and this one's fairly young.
Yep.
So the future is very bright for this Norwell Lady Knights program.
Hallie Beiswanger checks back in for East Noble. 3:22 left in this first half.
You've got a couple of potential college players, both seniors.
Shelton's 3 off, but Dunnick with the rebound and the putback.
Yeah, Aubrey's worked on that shot a lot, the kind of the turnaround or the reverse layup, if you will, off the rebound, and her hard work has paid off as she's able to get the putback there.
I've got Aubrey with 8 points here in this first half. It's been all Norwell from the get-go. It was a good start, and they've built on it here in the second quarter. Shelton's going to get called for her first foul. It'll be the 5th team foul on the Lady Knights, and it'll send Kara Klein to the line. Klein with 2 points thus far, 1 for 4 from the field, and can't get the free throw to go. East Noble now 1 of 3 from the free throw line as Lauren Bales checks in. Kaylee Filling takes a seat. Kaylee with a basket and a couple of assists already. Good on the second free throw is Klein. And Norwell leads 34 to... Oops. You beat me to the punch there, young man. Putting up scores so quickly.
Yeah, I'm like Jeff Kokenauer.
Yeah. That's a 3 by Bales that was missed. Pulling down the rebound was Kirkpatrick. Lauren now 0 for 3 from beyond the arc. Yeah, a stealth scoring move there by you, young man. Got to watch you like a hawk.
Never know what I might do.
Beiswanger throws it away. That's 8 turnovers in the quarter for East Noble. I've got him for 15 here in the first half.
Yeah, it's again, it really all goes down to the speed, and when you're outmanned in the speed game, you can't speed things up offensively. You've got to slow it down, put it in the half court. Norwell's turnovers have been silly.
Yeah.
And that's something that's got to get cleaned up. Now you're looking at 2 days of practice between now and that tournament game. One of those practices could be at Belmont if they're able to get that slot tomorrow. Coach Thornton stressing that he doesn't really want to go over on Monday and play and practice before the tournament game Tuesday. No reason to go down over there 2 nights in a row, but that's kind of the schedule coming up here for the Lady Knights.
Kelly Top into the game for the Knights along with Breanne Barger as Wilson and Dunnick took a seat. Yep. Top into the lane, gets to the rim, gets fouled. Boy, that play has been money for the Lady Knights this evening. That foul's called on Hallie Beiswanger. She hadn't been on the floor a whole lot, and she's got 3 fouls already. She's a 5'8" junior, and Top, who we watched make a ton of free throws at New Haven last Friday night. I think it was Friday.
Yeah. Well, how many did she take? I'm thinking it was in the 20s. Well, it was in the 20s.
She hit 15, as I
15
recall.
for 22, I think, was the number. But the team took 48 and missed 21 of those, so it still won.
It still won by, that was actually a pretty good game.
It was. It was a tight ball game. New Haven's got some stuff coming. I mean, they've got a couple of kids that are athletic, so they'll get better in the coming years and potentially win a couple of games in the Northeast 8 here coming up.
Speaking of the JV, they did win tonight. Pretty easy win for them, 59-32. They finished the season at 14-8. Vandenboom had 19 for the Lady Knights.
Yeah, they played really, really well. Had 35 points in the first half tonight. Nice pass.
Who picked up that assist, Derek?
I think it was Bales.
Lauren Bales with her first assist. Riles I've got now for 10 points. There's another steal as Logan heads the other way. She'll lay it up and in.
40
I'll tell you
to 10.
what, she's on pace for another triple-double.
She could get it, yeah.
Steals, rebounds, and points. She's already got the points covered. Norwell up by 30 with 28 seconds left in this half.
I'll be real interested to see how Coach Thornton uses his starters in the second half, because you probably want to get them some rest at some point.
Yep.
You don't want to risk an injury in a 30-point win.
Or more, the way this one's going. They're not going. Oh, that's going to be a foul called on Kylie Top. That'll be her first. 6th on the team. 9.3 seconds left here in the half.
Pretty good defense that time by Kylie.
Yeah, it sure was. That's a tough call. Inbounds pass in the corner. Beiswanger with 6 seconds loses the basketball and bails up ahead to Shelton. Shelton will get the shot off but will not score. That'll end the first half. Norwell leads East Noble here on senior night 40-10. We'll take a break and be back with your halftime show after these words.
At First Bank of Bern, we believe free should mean free. Not kind of free. Completely free. That's exactly what our free and easy checking account is. Free of fees, free of hassles, free of catches. You also get a free Visa check card, free online banking, free mobile banking, free telephone banking, free text and email alerts, and free e-statements. You get all this when you sign up for free and easy checking from First Bank of Bern. It's that simple. First Bank of Bern. Member FDIC.
The Bowling Center in Bluffton has adult youth double leagues with 1 adult and 1 youth per team, or 2 youth may make a team starting soon. The leagues are 10 weeks long and everyone plays every frame. With 22 lanes, there's plenty of excitement to go around. So stop by to practice or come relax with friends. And don't forget about Friday Fun. From 12 noon to 6 p.m., only $1 per game and 50-cent shoe rental in a smoke-free environment. The Bowling Center is located at 1231 South Main Street in Bluffton. Visit bowlbluffton.com.
Looking for future leaders we can trust and believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Indiana. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It begins by making their grades and being on time for practice. It includes learning to listen, following directions, accepting responsibility, being a good role model. And it's about respect for officials, opponents, the rules, and each other. The result? It transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. High school sports. There's so much more than just a game. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Reed's Do It Best Hardware and Gift Shop is so much more than a hardware store. They have a newly expanded housewares department. They carry Melissa and Doug toys, Yankee candles, and Willow Tree collectibles. Think of Reed's Gift Shop year-round for baby gifts, birthday, anniversary, showers, and for those everyday items you need to pick up. Men, you can get your hardware supplies and a gift for the woman in your life all in one stop. Reed's Do It Best Hardware and Gift Shop, open 7 days a week on Highway 1 North in Bluffton. We appreciate your business.
Yeah, they bring the ball down across the timeline. Wingman is open. He dribbles around, finds an open man in the corner, jumps, shoots, scores. Hi, Tim Steffen Financial Group. Wish your retirement was as easy as jump, shoot, score? Come to see us at our office at 110 West Cherry Street or call us, please, at 824-8175. Let us work for you to reach your financial goals. Jump, shoot, score. Let us help you with that. Steffen Financial Group, 824-8175, 110 West Cherry Street, Bluffton, Indiana. Securities offered through Thurston Springer Financial, member FINRA and SIPC. Some insurance products also offered through Thurston Springer. Tim Steffen is a registered associate of Thurston Springer and is doing business as Steffen Financial Group. Steffen Financial Group is independent of Thurston Springer.
Welcome back to the Castle. We are at halftime, and it is a 30-point lead for the Lady Knights here at the break. It's a 40-10 Norwell lead. East Noble with just 3 points in that second quarter after just 7 in the first. They are really struggling. And, Greg, I know you have the halftime statistics.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a very impressive first half for the Lady Knights. I think the front line folks are going to get some rest here in the second half with a 30-point lead. First for East Noble. And, boy, that second quarter, the Knights just absolutely shut them down. East Noble was 1 of 5 in the second quarter, only got 5 field goal attempts. Overall for the half, they're 4 of 16, 0 for 2 from beyond the arc, and 2 of 4 from the free throw line. Respectively, that's 25%, 0%, and 50%. I didn't even have to get out the calculator for those.
Wow.
How about that?
I am impressed.
18 turnovers for East Noble in the first half, and 13 rebounds to go along with those. Not as big a rebounding difference as you might think in that first half, as Norwell just got up so many more shots. They took 20 more shots in the first half than East Noble did.
Wow, the difference in the shots is more than East Noble collectively took as a team.
Yeah.
So it's more than double.
Exactly. As a team, the individual scoring for East Noble, Avon Beiswanger and Kara Klein each had 3, and Carly Turner and Grace Irwin each had 2. So balanced scoring.
Yeah.
For East Noble in the first half. The Lady Knights of Norwell were 16 of 36 in the first half. That's 44%. 1 of 3 from beyond the arc. Brianne Barger hit her first 3 of the year, and 7 of 10 from the free throw line. That percentage just continues to climb for the Lady Knights. Also, as a team, they had 6 turnovers and 16 rebounds. Individually, just 2 turnovers in that second quarter. They absolutely dominated the second quarter, outscoring East Noble 19-3. Individually, Logan Rouse leads away. I've got her for 12 points, 4 rebounds, and more steals than rebounds to this point. So in my book, in my mind, I'm thinking she's on her way to a triple-double again. Right behind Logan, Aubrey Dunnick, I've got her for 8 points. And then, the scoring was really spread out here. Maya Shelton, 4. Brielle Wilson, 4. And then Kylie Top and Kaylee Filling also had 2 apiece. I missed Brianne Barger. She had 8 points all in that first quarter. And the shooting percentage not that high. Norwell missed some shots at the rim, especially on offensive rebound, but I had a ton of offensive rebounds for the Knights, Derek.
Yeah, and just to go back to your point, when you listen to a voice broadcast, you are subject to a level of sarcasm that is unmatched by any other broadcast in the state of Indiana. We want to make sure that that's driven home. But what else do you want from Norwell in that first half? I mean, it wasn't perfect. I mean, there are also things that you can work on, but you're never going to have a perfect half. The first halves of games, that's where Norwell has been winning the basketball games the last several. They've won it. The Lures game, without the first half start that they got, they don't win that basketball game, or at least it's very, very close at the end. Racing out to a big lead there, shooting, and it was a completely different type of game. Norwell much more perimeter-oriented in that game because they had to be with that zone. Lures really shut down the inside. But still, Norwell's ball movement was good enough to create open passing lanes, a lot of layups in that first half. Logan Rouse in that game as well. She was turning and scoring from everywhere. Shooting percentage isn't quite as high as it was there. In fact, it was 92% at Bishop Lures on Tuesday night. But in any case, she's knocking down enough to carry the team right now. And
5 and 9.
Norwell, again, a lot of balance throughout this lineup, and it's something we stress all the time. This team is so good at getting everybody involved in the scoring column. And you'll have some kids with games where they don't score a lot, but that's okay because somebody else is going to pick up the slack. You can count on this team scoring consistently, and tonight they're going to get well above their season average of 58 more than likely.
Sure should.
But they've got a legitimate shot here, depending on how much the starters play, of reaching their season high, which I believe was 84 against Wabash. But they have gotten into the 80s a couple of times. Norwell, I shouldn't say a couple of times. I believe that was the only time they got into the 80s. The other high was against Whitco, and they won 78-50. That was just a couple of weeks ago. That's right. New Haven. Yeah, that's right. So they have gotten into the 80s twice. This team is proficient, and the difference is, and I said it at Tuesday at Lures, the difference being that Norwell not only gets into the scoring column, they do it consistently. A lot of times you'll see girls' teams That's right. Well, you see girls teams sometimes fade away in that they'll have a game where they really struggle scoring the basketball. They'll score in the 30s. They'll score in the 40s. This team doesn't do that. They have gotten into the 50s, something like 18 out of the 23 games this year.
Right.
And that's huge for a girls team. And this is a team that didn't have those kind of expectations coming into the year.
Well, they're so young.
Yeah.
It would be difficult to have those kind of expectations, and yet, I'll tell you, in my mind, Derek, they have exceeded expectations this year.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
And have a really good opportunity. Lewis is going to be tough. In fact, the sectional is going to be tough overall. But they've got an opportunity to make some noise as a very young team.
Yeah, I think if they can make it past that sectional, they'll have a great shot in the regional. Where they're going to run into trouble more than likely is the semi-state. If they're able to make it there, they're going to have to probably at some point run into a Northwestern team that starts 4 D1 athletes. So that's a team that people have floated the idea that they could potentially contend for the 4A title. So they're very good. But Norwell has the potential to keep pace, I think, if their offense is clicking.
Filling's shot is blocked. Kara Klein, by the way, missed on the other end for East Noble. Rouse pulled down another rebound. That's a long three that is going to sail out of bounds. That was Kirkpatrick on the attempt. She has attempted all 3 of East Noble's shots from beyond the arc and has come up empty so far. Just over a minute left here in, expired here in the third quarter. As Barger's pass is going to be off of Beiswanger, and it will remain Norwell's basketball. Norwell might have got a break on that one, Derek.
Yeah, I think so. Looked like it kicked off of Wilson.
It did.
We got a pretty good angle on that one. A lot of times we don't.
Right.
But that one we had a good shot on.
Rouse gets to the rim and gets fouled. That's been a current consistent theme tonight. Klein's going to pick up her third foul.
Logan's done whatever she's wanted the entire night.
She really has. Logan trying to add to her game-leading scoring total, and does with the first free throw.
A little less stealthy that time on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and I appreciate that. Well, I went firmly into this half thinking I'm not touching the computer when Derek's not moving the camera. It's now a 32-point lead for the Lady Knights. Kirkpatrick being guarded closely by Filling. Filling, a very good defender as well. In fact, that's probably how she earned her starting role. She was not the starter to begin the season, but has been now for about, 2/3 of the season maybe? Irwin gets it away to Turner underneath and gets it back. I thought Turner might put it up there. Klein's pass is stolen away by Filling. Good job of collapsing back into the passing lane. Wilson will work it around to Rouse. Rouse will turn the corner and score with the left hand. Logan with all 4 of Norwell's points here in the third quarter so far as we tick towards 6 minutes left. Having Beiswanger on the drive is swatted out of bounds. Not sure who blocked that shot.
It might have been a couple of them. It looked like they both kind of came down at the same time.
Dunnick and Rouse there defensively. Boy, and East Noble's just flat overmatched in this one.
Yeah.
That's going to be a foul on Dunnick, though. It'll be her first.
And they're going to give her 2 shots as well.
Yeah, I would have given her 2 shots on that. Kara Klein will go to the line. She's 1 for 2 on the evening from the free throw line. And can't get the roll on that one. 5:58 left in the third quarter here.
What were they in that first half from the line?
2 of 4.
2 of 4.
And now they're 3 of 5. Their first point of the second half cuts Norwell's lead to 33 as Wilson has it stolen away.
Kind of a lazy pass.
The other way. Yeah, it was. Beiswanger on the miss, and pulling down the rebound was Klein.
It's easy to get lackadaisical in this type of game,
it is.
I think Coach Thornton wants to stress that you can't do that. So
Wilson picks up her second foul. First turnover of the Lady Knights here in the second half. That's Turner, and it's stolen away again by Rouse. Rouse the other way. Oh, nice stop and pop move there from Logan Rouse. She's got all 6 of Norwell's points here in the third.
That play right there, to me.
That's a mature play.
Well, and it signifies that she has the ability to potentially play at the next level.
Yeah. Barger with the steal heading the other way. He'll get fouled. Yeah, that's a great call, Derek, because that's a move she couldn't or wouldn't make last year.
Yeah, she's gotten so much more confident, and even throughout this season, she's grown so much more confident in her own ability. We've seen her doubt herself a lot in the past, but she's really grown up and gotten over that because Norwell's really needed it.
Hallie Beiswanger is going to check back into the East Noble lineup. Barger now with 9 points, in my book anyway. 5:19 left here in the third. And both of them good for Brianne Barger.
Barger's actually got 12 as I look at the stat panel.
Okay. Well, that explains where those 2 points were in the first half that I wasn't positive about. Who missed that shot there?
Number 22.
Okay, so that was Hallie Beiswanger. Filling pulled down the rebound. Barger leaves it for Dunnick. Dunnick spins, finds Rouse wide open for 3. That's off. And Wilson hustling for the basketball. It's
nice.
Great play. Okay, so that means that both Barger and Rouse had 10 in the first half.
Well, if you heard that, that was a balloon that just kind of popped out of nowhere. Nothing hit it over on the other side. It scared
overinflated.
A handful of Norwell fans.
Top and Shelton into the Norwell lineup. Shelton turns the baseline and scores.
Left-handed finish, too. Beautiful.
Excellent play there by Maya Shelton. I've got her now for 6. There's another steal, this one by Lauren Bales, who also entered for the Knights. I missed that one. And Lauren Bales with her first points of the game. It feels like one of those nights, Derek, where the subs could score as many points as the starters.
Yeah, and every time I think of that, as they create another turnover, and they'll probably slow it down right now, every time I think of that, I think of the boys' game against South Adams. Norwell's all-time record in points for a single game. And that was just a game.
That was unbelievable.
It certainly was. I mean, the JV put up close to 30 points.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the starters did not play in the fourth quarter in that game.
110.
110 put up in 32 minutes of play. Kaylee Felling knocks down her first free throw attempt.
Norwell's been pretty good from the line tonight, too.
Yes, they have.
That's going to be important. Every point is critical in the tournament.
Feeling good on both. Boy, both those free throws look good. A little bit of confidence there from the freshman. Under 4 minutes to go.
This team has just been so much fun to watch grow up. The maturity level is so much different than it was a couple of months ago.
Absolutely. There's almost a steal created by the Knights, and that's going to be a held ball. And it'll go to Norwell. Another turnover on East Noble. Derek, I've got East Noble now for 24 turnovers.
Wowza. That's a lot. That is way, way too many. But, I don't really know what East Noble can do different. They're doing everything they can. What a move.
Kaylee couldn't get it to go. And I think she was too wide open. I think she surprised herself with the way she created space there. She'll hit that shot more times than not.
Yeah, that was such a great move by a freshman.
Inbounding for East Noble will be Kirkpatrick with 3:27 left, and it's corralled by Klein. Can't get it to go, and the rebound controlled by Shelton.
14-1 in the quarter.
Yeah. Yep, it has been all Norwell. You're not going to see a couple of these ladies probably again for the rest of the game after this quarter.
Which makes it 33-4 since the first quarter.
Right. Top turns the corner and gets fouled.
It's nice to see Kylie get aggressive. She's done that on a couple different possessions tonight.
That foul's going to go on Grace Irwin. It'll be her second. Fourth on East Noble here in the second half. Top hit a couple of free throws in the first half. Here she hits her third in a row. Yeah, Norwell's free throw percentage is pretty darn good. They were 7 of 10 in the first half, and they are now 7 of 7 in the second, make it 8 of 8. Kylie Top now with 4 points.
That's a percentage Coach Thornton has to like.
Oh, absolutely. 45-point lead here for the Knights with 3 minutes left in the third quarter. They went for 21 in the first quarter, 19 in the second, 16 so far here in the third. It has been a dominant performance for your Lady Knights. There's another steal. Lauren Bales reaching in and getting it. Oh, nice Euro move. And with the basket, Lauren Bales. She's got 4 points in the quarter. Nice move. And there's another steal. Brianne Barger comes up with this one. She will lay it up and in with the right hand. Wow. And now 20 points in the quarter for the Lady Knights. 2:15 left. Grace Irwin with the basketball. Leaves it for Klein. Klein way out beyond the arc and probably traveled, but can't blame the official for not calling it.
Yeah, I don't anticipate a lot of whistles at all. Well, there's one. But I can't imagine there's going to be a lot of fouls or travels called in the last 10 minutes of this ball game.
Maya Shelton picks up her second foul. No, you want to keep the clock running. Kara Klein will go to the line. She's 2 of 3 on the evening, make it 3 of 4.
Wow, as I just kind of sit here, this is an East Noble team that isn't that bad. But Norwell's just shredding them to pieces.
Yeah.
And I think it really goes to show you how much potential this team has. This is a Norwell team that is really special. And this could be a real fun ride here over the next month.
Just under 2 minutes left in the quarter. Filling being guarded by Kirkpatrick. Leaves it for Top, and Top lost the handle. It's going to be a turnover on the Lady Knights.
They're going to get it back, and it's still loose. It's still loose.
And if they do get it back, Filling, it will get fouled, as that's going to go on Carly Kirkpatrick. It'll be her third. Well, that was kind of a scrum. Checking in for East Noble is Maddie Poffman. Maddie, a 5'7" junior. I knew some Poffmans from up that way, actually from the DeKalb program.
Yeah. Yep.
Minute and a half left. Filling with the basketball. She will lose the handle. It was knocked out of bounds by Kirkpatrick, so it'll remain the Lady Knights of Norwell's basketball. I gotta believe. Well, we'll just have to see. You know, Coach Thornton plays a lot of girls as Bales knocks down the three. Filling picks up another assist. Bales now with 7 points in the quarter. It's a 50-point lead. Minute 10 left in the third. You just had kind of a feeling it might go that way, Derek, as that pass thrown away and picked off by Lauren Bales. She's going to pull it out, yeah. Yep, with the Knights up by 50, under a minute left in the quarter. You've got that, oh, what a move by Kaylee Filling. You know, it's just tough. Are you disrespecting the other team more by pulling it out and slowing it way down, or continuing to play? I'm not sure what the right answer is. There's a good backdoor move by Beiswanger. Leaves it for Kirkpatrick. She couldn't knock down the long two, and on the rebound, a foul's going to be called.
Well, they missed the shot, but that's kind of the MO of this East Noble offense. That's kind of the dream possession for them. They make that little back cut. Norwell has been fooled on that now a couple of times, and I think that's kind of what East Noble does well. They just haven't been real good at it tonight, but that's what they're really looking for on offense.
Kara Klein, real good from the free throw line tonight. She's now 5 of 6, make it 6 of 7. Norwell's lead back at 50, 31 seconds left in the third. Trying to think how many more players. Coach Thornton's only got 3 more players in the bench.
Well, you've got Henschen down there. You've got Bratmuller.
And Vandenboom.
Yep.
Shelton gets into the lane and draws the foul.
Yeah, and, well, actually, now that I think about it, The only reason they're not in the game is because they play 4 quarters of JV. So
Yeah.
you have to save them until the 4th quarter.
Yep. That foul was the 4th on Carly Kirkpatrick. 6 team fouls now on East Noble. Shelton, they called that on the floor. They could have called that a shooting foul. So Norwell with 8 seconds now on the clock. Looking for the last shot. 5. Top into the lane. Leaves it for Shelton. She'll shoot the 3 and hit it. Kylie Top picks up the assist. Maya Shelton picks up her 9th point. The Lady Knights lead 68-15 after 3 quarters. We'll take a break and be back with 4th quarter action after these words.
At Corrective Chiropractic, we offer individualized treatment plans for patients of all ages, from infants to elderly, and even during pregnancy. Have you ever experienced a workplace, sport, or auto accident, or just keep suffering from chronic pain? Corrective Chiropractic can help. Knee, neck, shoulder, or back pain, headaches, migraines, allergies, muscular tension? Corrective Chiropractic can help.
I'm Dr. Josh Bell from Corrective Chiropractic, serving Bluffton, Yoder, Decatur, Bern, Montpelier, and the surrounding area to help you feel and function better. Schedule your appointment today at 260-353-1400 and let Corrective Chiropractic help you along your journey to health and wellness. Corrective Chiropractic, 360 North Main Street, Suite A, Dutch Mill Plaza, Bluffton, Indiana.
Welcome back to the Castle. We enter the 4th quarter. The Knights have a 53-point lead. It's 68-15 here at the Castle. And it's been all Norwell from the opening tip. And this is, of course, the last regular season game. It's senior night here at Norwell. And looking forward to continuing to recognize the seniors in the postgame tonight, as they've done so much for this program.
Boy, they really have. And it's Wilson, Rouse, Vandenboom, Brattmuller, and Top out there for Norwell. So I'm guessing Vandenboom, Brattmuller will play, if not all of the majority of this 4th quarter. That was Irwin on the miss. And on the rebound, it's going to be a foul on Norwell.
2 shots coming.
They'll go on Kylie Top. That's her 2nd. It was Kara Klein pulling down the rebound.
East Noble's improved from the free throw line here as of late.
Yeah, they really have. Kara, and it's been all Kara Klein. In fact, she scored all their points from the line in the 3rd quarter, had 5. They did not have a field goal. Couldn't get that one to go, and Rowles pulls down another rebound. 7:33 left. Wilson turns the corner. Nice pass underneath to Brattmuller, and she's going to be fouled.
And good for Grace. And I tell you what, she can play a big part in the program going forward as well. Grace has really grown into her body over the last couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
She has really improved. I've gotten to see her since middle school, and she's going to be fun to watch, I think. Does a lot of things well. Rebounds really well without going over the back. Is able to play physical without fouling.
Well, she knocks down her first free throw here. And make it 2.
She looked good on both of those as well.
Grace Brattmuller in the varsity scorebook with a couple of points already.
Yeah, she
Makes
got
her
into
presence known.
Got into the book at New Haven as well.
Yeah, she did. That's right. Yeah, in fact, those subs hit 4 free throws in that New Haven game late. Contributed well. That's 14 is Poffman that had the basketball there. And there's another steal. This one created by Wilson, the first of the quarter for East Noble, the 29th of the game. Wilson into the lane. She'll be blocked from behind. It'll be off Brielle. Nice block there by Avon Beiswanger. The East Noble Lady Knights will head the other way with 6:52 left here in this basketball game.
East Noble's just kind of looking for a way to get out of here and put this behind them and turn on tournament mode.
There's a long 3 from Irwin, and Brattmuller pulls down the rebound.
Nice board.
Yeah, it really was. Or excuse me, that was Irwin on the 3 attempt. East Noble's now going to a 2-3 zone with their subs in the game. I think you're right, Derek. I think they were just testing that man-to-man for the most part.
Yeah, I think that's good to do right now, though.
Absolutely.
And you may not get the result you're looking for against a team like Norwell, but
against a sectional opponent they might.
Right, and you have to get that experience in.
Top's going to launch a 3 and can't get it to go, but Norwell will retain possession as if it's off Beiswanger. Norwell's only taken 6 threes tonight, but they've hit half of them. Maya Shelton will replace Logan Rouse, and that's the last you're going to see that senior on the floor tonight. Norwell up by 54. I'm guessing the next dead ball, you'll see Brielle Wilson come off the floor to an ovation.
Yeah.
Brielle.
And you may get them a final Vandenboom for 3. Now
it's no good, but Wilson pulls down the rebound, can't get it to go.
You may see
and
Coach
Turner gets the rebound.
Coach Thornton, they may enter again with a few seconds to go if he gets a chance just to get them one final ovation in their senior home game.
Yeah, he might.
Seen that happen a couple of times.
That was an interesting looking shot from Poffman. Bratmuller pulled down the rebound. Wilson across the timeline. It's her, Top, Shelton, Bratmuller, and Vandenboom out there for the Knights. Hinchin, the only player that's not yet gotten in. I'm guessing she's probably going to come in from Brielle, don't you think?
I would probably agree.
Shelton into the lane. She's going to get fouled. Well, here comes Lauren Bales back in. Now, that makes more sense, actually, that Bales would come back in as a guard and then Hinchin for possibly Vandenboom or Bratmuller. The foul was called on Grace Irwin, her third. Shelton. There goes Brielle. Nice hand for Brielle Wilson. Shelton good on both free throws. Boy, the Knights have shot it really well from the free throw line tonight. I've got them 19 for 22, Derek.
Wow, that's incredibly well. That's a great percentage for a Norwell team that has been up and down, but consistently getting better.
They've gotten better.
Yeah.
The last I'd say 3 weeks,
yeah.
They have just progressively gotten better, going from that mid-50, high 50% range now up through 70, high 70s in a couple of games, and 19 to 22 tonight. Vandenboom in the corner. I thought she might launch another 3, Derek. Now, Top will launch a 3, no good, but Bratmuller there for the offensive rebound. Vandenboom ends up with it and scores. So Ashley Vandenboom in the scoring column now. I've got Bratmuller for 3 rebounds already. The Knights up by 58. Poffman being guarded closely by Vandenboom. Leaves it for Klein. Irwin will launch another 3, not particularly close, and Shelton pulled down the rebound. Well, Irwin's getting some shots up here in the fourth quarter. She's only got 2 points, but she's launched 3 threes here in the fourth. Bales lost the handle, but Top there to pick it up, and it's thrown away. Beiswanger will head the other way and score. Nice move there by Avon Beiswanger. The East Noble team has only scored 8 points here in the second half. Of course, they only scored 10 in the first half. Shelton gets rid of it to Top. The cross-court pass to Bales, open for 3. In and out, no good. And Klein pulls down the rebound. Norwell continuing to put up shots with 3:40 left in the game.
Comes Haley Hinchin.
Yep. Irwin on the give and go. Turner is going to get fouled by Lauren Bales.
Hinch is going to get into the game pretty quick as well.
Yeah.
Sometimes you see games like this go a long time without a stoppage,
right.
And won't be the case this time.
Yep. Bales picks up her first foul. It'll send Carly Turner to the line for her first free throw of the evening. And nothing but net for the young lady. Turner is a 5'9" freshman, one of 2 freshmen that started for East Noble. Bratmuller takes his seat for Hinchin. Also checking back in is Hallie Beiswanger. Now Hallie's got 4 fouls, so if she picks another one up, she'll be done. Turner 2 for 2 from the line. 3.5 minutes left. The crowd pretty quiet as both seniors have been taken off the floor already. In the corner, Vandenboom, no good. And the rebound controlled by Irwin. Well, Ashley's gotten a couple of decent looks from beyond the arc. She's already scored 2 points.
She's never been afraid to take one.
Nope. She is a shooter. As blocked from behind is Poffman by Shelton. And for Maya, that's the first block of the game. Bales leaves it for Vandenboom. Yeah, Ashley's a very confident shooter, and I think she's got to take those shots. That pass is thrown away and retained by the Knights. We'll just call no turnovers on that particular play. 2:37 to go. Vandenboom on the wing leaves it for Shelton. Shelton lost the handle, and it's on the floor. It'll be tied. Nope. Norwell retains possession. They've not been quick on the jump ball calls tonight, which is fine.
Yeah.
Hinchin's going to be fouled on the floor.
Hey, she's going to go to the line. That's right. She's going to get a chance. This has as many good things as Hinchin does for the JV team this year, or she did do. This has been a point of concern for her. Like to see her get better from the free throw line.
East Noble unloading their bench now. Lexi Ortiz, Riley Kripe, and Anna Becker are all in the game for East Noble. Hinchin, good on her first free throw.
Greg, I believe that might be her
first varsity point.
Yeah, it's close. She either has that or she might have a couple of points in there. Actually, I think she scored at Carroll. But she's good on both.
I think she did. I'll tell you what, every player in the Norwell lineup has scored tonight, I believe. At first glance, anyway. 2:11 left on the clock.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Into the lane, blocked by Hinchin, was Kripe. Hinchin picking up a block here late. Bales. They'll get it to Vandenboom launches a three and buries it. Good for Ashley. She now has 5 points. And Derek, we talked about the bench players may come in and add to the lead, and they certainly have. It's now a 59-point lead for the Knights. Minute 37 left. Another chance to get to 80 as there's another turnover.
Yeah, and you talked about these games being difficult to play in. You just got to keep playing.
Oh, you just got to keep
playing. You just
playing.
have to.
I think you disrespect the other team more by, just holding on to it or something like that. As Norwell throws it away, that's the second turnover on Norwell here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and just 4 turnovers in the second half. So that's a game total of 10. That's very good.
Becker the other way for East Noble. That's Kripe with the basketball. 1:02 left, and it's out of bounds. It'll remain East Noble ball. Well, this one's been Norwell from the opening tip, Derek.
Yeah, it sure has. Good to see on senior night, coaches versus cancer night, and they're going to win the conference outright.
That's right.
Didn't have to worry. They controlled their own destiny the entire way, 7-0. Didn't have to worry about anybody. Didn't have to worry about anybody losing, so they could get back into it. And that's certainly the way to do it. They have dominated the conference this year.
Yeah, they really have. Even against Belmont, a very good team.
They didn't even have any close games. I mean,
they really didn't.
The only other game that was remotely in jeopardy was the Huntington game down at Hoosier Gym.
Right.
What a great experience that was.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
And that was the first conference game of the year. So they've really owned the conference and have certainly deserved to win this title.
Well, and they're just going to dribble it out. Lauren Bale standing at half court with 15 seconds left. Yeah, East Noble's not going to defend the basketball. So 7. Norwell crowd on its feet here at the Castle. 3 seconds. Bales should not throw it out of bounds as they did the other night. She does it, and it's a 79-20 Norwell win. They win the conference outright. We'll be back in just a few minutes to tell you more about it after these words from our sponsors.
At Pizza Hut, our original pan dough rises fresh every day, making it crispy on the outside, soft and chewy on the inside. And now you can get our original pan as part of the $6.99 any deal. That's 2 medium pizzas with any toppings, any crust, any specialty for just $6.99 each. Only at Pizza Hut.
Get the $6.99 any deal at your local Pizza Hut on North Main Street in Bluffton.
Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Indiana. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
At First Bank of Bern, we follow a set of ideals and values that define who we are. Honesty, integrity, respect, and compassion. They guide us every day in our work and in our lives because we believe banking should be easy and everyone should be treated with respect regardless of their account size. It's why people have trusted us with their banking for generations. It makes us who we are. First Bank of Bern. We believe in the value of people. Member FDIC.
Do you know a 7th grader looking for a fun place to spend time with friends? Are you looking for an environment where your teen is surrounded by positive role models? These days, your middle school student is probably very interactive, but is he or she active? 7th grade is a time when sports become more competitive and provide less opportunity for the average child to be involved in physical activity. The YMCA wants to emphasize the value of a healthy lifestyle by offering a free Y membership to every 7th grader in Allen, Whitley, and Wells counties. It's the wise way of giving back to this community. Students thrive in a safe environment where they can grow in spirit, mind, and body. Get to your local Y and sign your 7th grader up for a free Y membership. It's that simple. Offer good for every 7th grader residing in Allen, Whitley, and Wells counties. For more information, stop by your local Y or visit fwymca.org or email hereforyou@fwymca.org.
Indiana Physical Therapy is your choice in Northern Indiana. Just like filling a medication prescription from your doctors, you have the right to choose who provides your physical therapy, and IPT accepts all insurance coverage. With extended hours, we are open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and offer same-day appointments. We have 17 conveniently located clinics with 7 in Fort Wayne and 1 each in Angola, Auburn, Bluffton, Columbia City, Goshen, Huntington, Kendallville, New Haven, and Warsaw. Contact Indiana Physical Therapy to start your therapy today. We will get you back to work, play, and life. Celebrating 29 years in business, Indiana Physical Therapy is your choice for physical therapy. Call 260-209-2464 or visit indianapt.com.
I'm Dr. Josh Bell from Corrective Chiropractic in Bluffton. My goal with chiropractic treatment is to make you feel and function better by providing neurostructural corrections to help put your spine back into alignment, to strengthen your nerve system, and to relieve nerve pain. We strive to help you heal and stay healthy for years to come. Our full-service chiropractic team in Bluffton provides corrective exercises, lifestyle advice, along with spinal and postural screenings. We're also providers of custom rapid weight loss programs. Lose weight fast now, 20, 30, 40 pounds, with a doctor-supervised weight loss system. To learn more or schedule an appointment, call Corrective Chiropractic today at 260-353-1400. Serving Bluffton, Yoder, Decatur, Bern, Montpelier, and the surrounding area. Corrective Chiropractic, 360 North Main Street, Suite A, Dutch Mill Plaza, Bluffton, Indiana.
Troxel Equipment Company, a family-owned business, is dedicated to making you a satisfied customer with the best possible equipment, parts, and service. 3 locations in Bluffton, Huntington, and Wabash. You can find a full line of John Deere equipment, mowers and generators from Honda, blowers and chainsaws by Steel. Experience superior service and selection at Troxel Equipment, your solutions dealer. Find them online at troxelequipment.com.
At First Bank of Bern, we believe in supporting growing businesses. And in our community, that means a lot. We believe it's important to have a local perspective. Our agribusiness professionals are from here, so they understand what it takes for agribusinesses to succeed, like having the right banking solutions to keep agribusiness thriving. From traditional accounts to cash management and equipment loans to crop insurance, we believe we can help your business grow. First Bank of Bern, member FDIC.
Every team knows that the three-point play can be a winning move.
That's why State Farm and me, Kevin Beatty, and my team are here to help you go for 3 by combining your home, auto, and life insurance. It's a great call that saves you time and money. So go for the win and score savings by combining your home, auto, and life. It's just another way we're here to help things go right. So call me, State Farm Agent Kevin Beatty, at 824-1928. It's a great call that saves you time and money.
Now, welcome back to the Castle. Wrapping things up, Norwell is victorious tonight, and they have won the Northeast State. They win it tonight 79-20. And, Greg, you have the final statistics.
Yeah, I do, Derek. Big win for the Lady Knights all the way around. They just played great for 32 minutes, and everybody played great. We'll get to that more here in a minute. But first, for East Noble, as a team, they were 5 of 33 from the field overall, and just a real tough night. They only had 1 field goal in the second half. That was in the first quarter. That 5 for 33 is a percentage of 15% from the field. They did not hit a three-pointer, missed 5 of them, and were 10 of 14 from the free throw line, which is pretty good at 71%. They committed 31 turnovers and collected 20 rebounds. They were led in scoring by Kara Klein. She had 9 points. Then Avon Beiswanger with 5. Carly Turner had 4. And Grace Irwin with a lone basket all the way back early in the first quarter. For your Lady Knights, a dominant performance. They were 27 of 57 from the field. Now, that means, Derek, that they took 24 more shots than East Noble did.
And that also means that the margin was actually East Noble actually took more shots, or it was very close in that second half because it was plus 20 for Norwell in the first half.
Right, yeah. East Noble took a total of 19 shots in the second half. Norwell took 21, so it was pretty close in the second half. So many offensive rebounds in that first half. From beyond the arc, Norwell was 4 of 11, 36%. That's good enough.
That's very good.
Yep, and and especially considering that bench players normally that wouldn't take them missed hit on 1 out of 5.
Right.
So that's 3 of 6 from the regulars for the Knights. But what an outstanding performance from the free throw line. 21 of 24. Wow. 88%.
Wow.
That's as good as they've done all year.
Yeah, and it's perfect time to be doing it.
Absolutely. I had them committing 10 turnovers and collecting 29 rebounds. They really dominated in every area. And here's the coolest thing from my perspective. Coach Thornton played 11 girls tonight. All scored.
Yep.
Which, let's just go from the bottom up. How about that? Grace Bratt-Mueller had a couple of points, hit 2 free throws on 2 tries, also collected 3 rebounds. Haley Hinchin, 2 for 2 from the line for her 2 points. Then with 4 apiece, Brielle Wilson had 4. She was 2 of 5 from the field and 0 for 1 from the free throw line. Kylie Topp, 0 for 2 from the field and 0 for 2 from beyond the arc, but 4 for 4 from the free throw line. Next was Ashley Vandenboom coming off the bench late. She was 2 of 4 from the field, 1 of 3 from beyond the arc for 5 points. Kaylee Filling, 2 of 6 from the field and 2 for 2 from the line for 6 points. Lauren Bales then with 7. She was 3 of 7 from the field and 1 of 5 from beyond the arc. Aubrey Dunnick then had 8 points. She was 3 of 6 from the field, 2 for 2 from the line, and collected 4 rebounds and an assist. Then we get into the double-figure scorers. Maya Shelton with 11. She was 3 of 6 from the field, 1 of 1 from beyond the arc, and 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Also collected 6 rebounds and had an assist. Then Brianne Barger, very good game for Brianne tonight. She had 14, 4 of 7 from the field, 1 of 1 from beyond the arc, 3 of 4 from the free throw line, and collected 6 rebounds. Then leading the way again for the Knights tonight, Logan Rouse. Logan with 16. She was 6 of 11 from the field, 0 of 1 from beyond the arc, 4 of 5 from the free throw line, collected 7 rebounds, 2 assists, and I don't know how many steals she had. She might have been in double figures in steals. We'll ask Coach Thornton, who's right behind you. Derek's going to give up his headset here to head coach Eric Thornton as Coach gets on his headset here. Coach, congratulations on an undefeated NE8 championship.
Thank you very much. October's been a while ago since we've talked about these. We revisited our goals at Christmas break and just reminded them of just continuing to push and get better. And this team, it's tough to win all 7 in the conference.
Yeah, it is.
I'm proud of the kids. This is not the type of game we expected tonight. There are a couple kids down, senior point guard and another kid was sick. But our kids, credit to our kids too. They played well. I thought our switching was good and our man-to-man. I thought our energy was good. Unselfishness was. I thought our focus was good tonight in a game where it might be tough to do that as it continues. But transformation of our team has been pretty phenomenal.
Oh, it really had. They are so much fun to watch. The confidence level is what stands out to me.
The confidence is great. And early in the season, I wasn't sure where our leadership was. That was a concern. Mm-hmm. What did we have there? And I think it's come from a lot of different directions. But I do want to credit our 3 upperclassmen, our captains, and Brielle and Logan and Aubrey. Those 3 kids have done a great job. We had some improvements along the way, some meetings with them, and that hey, this isn't where it needs to be. You've got to do a better job. And our upperclassmen have been great, but our underclassmen have stepped up and they've just been awesome. Yeah. And they're not afraid to step in there as well. So I don't think there's an area on this team that I could say, honestly, that I'm unhappy with or anything like that. They've worked hard to get better at the foul line.
Oh, my goodness.
It's an unselfish team.
I had them 21 to 24 for tonight,
yeah,
Coach.
And this team, we've really, you give them opportunities to work and practice, but the focus is up to them on what they do with it. And so, again, all the credit to the kids for understanding what we had to get better at, learning how to close games, learning how to play hard for 32 minutes. All those things have been just such an improvement, and the chemistry it's so solid, and they're happy for each other's success. So it's a great way to go into the tournament. We've had some goals here that we've had to meet, and some tough opponents down the stretch, and those games help prepare us for the tournament. So I'm excited for them. We're focusing right now. Let's get ready for Tuesday.
Well, a couple things stood out to me that I got to mention. First of all, you played 11 girls tonight. They all scored.
We saw when Haley hit that free throw, we thought we were there.
Yep.
So that's good.
They all scored, which is always a lot of fun for me.
It is.
You had 3 in double figures again tonight, which has been a consistent theme over the last couple of weeks.
Right.
That you talk about transformation, and it's really, I don't think it has much to do on the physical side. It's all about that confidence level.
Yeah, it is. We had a chance to hear Eric Wedge talk today.
Okay, that's this weekend.
Yeah, and he talked about leadership, and I thought of this team a lot while he was talking, just reflecting back to where they started and where they've gotten to right now. And this team has it. It's definitely one of my favorite Norwell teams, and just seeing them understand how important them staying connected is. Right. And so, like you said, the strength thing. You're going to lose those battles a lot of times, but the way they're playing together, the way they share it, just everything about how the way they prepare. There was a real turning point there at the Warsaw game that I think about.
I think so too.
We came out
right with you.
We had some conflict, and it was before, and this is just this is internal stuff that I won't share, but stuff before the game and then stuff at halftime. And then we had to revisit that before the Carroll game. And those are hard conversations that, you have to be willing to go through. And our kids, they weren't doing, in some ways, what they needed to be doing. Yeah. And they learned from it, though. And that's what the opportunity of high school athletics is, when you have something like that and you do something about it, that's leadership. Eric talked about that today. up at the Ash Center. It made me think about our girls, and I'm proud of them. They got up on the wall, and hopefully we can get up there in some other places too.
Yeah, and speaking of that, of course, postseason starting next Tuesday night against the Lures team you just played. Are you expecting to see much different from that squad on Tuesday night?
Yeah, I think they'll box in one, Logan.
Okay.
I don't think there's, we were prepared for it the other day. You know that they were there for a different reason on Tuesday than we were. We've got a limited number of games to get better, and that's what we tried to do on Tuesday. Yeah. And our kids are motivated. They're hungry after that game.
Yeah.
Some things happen throughout games that both sides can maybe refer back to and go, okay, all right, that's some material for the next game. And so for us, we're very excited to play a very good Lures team. We respect them. We know how good they are, and we'll have to play very well. It will be a different ball game. They will defend us differently, and in a little bit different way maybe to attack it, but the mentality doesn't change at all. Right. We don't have to change a whole lot of what we do, fortunately. Other teams look to be frozen by that defense. For our kids, I don't think really a whole lot changes. Yeah. So the balance is good on our team. We want our other kids to be confident if they do play us that way, and then we just have to. I would defend them a little differently than we did the first time. So there's some adjustments on our part too that we can make and that we will focus on as we get ready for them.
Very good. Well, Coach, we will be with you there on Tuesday night. Really looking forward to a good basketball game. So much. I just love watching this team play. I mean, they are fun to watch offensively, playing together, sharing the basketball. You've really done a great job with them.
I appreciate that. Again, credit to the kids, and thanks for everything you guys have done this year, not only on The Voice, but just support, as we talk off the air and making trips to Plymouth and just cruddy weather and things like that. And getting to hang out with you guys, away from this stuff. Derek, and all your work for preparing us with the squad, the guys' squad. It really, really helps. It's a different speed, a different strength. It helps make these games easier. I'm not saying easy, but easier. And I do want to say hi to my mom in Florida, as this is Breast Cancer Awareness Night annually. This game, right. My mom's a breast cancer survivor. Many people are thinking of loved ones as well that are survivors or have passed. We keep those families in mind in our prayers as we kind of reflect back. But I want to tell my mom in the Villages, Florida right now, Mom, I love you, and I'm glad you're doing great, and I hope you're having a lot of fun. So I'll see you next week.
Very good. Thank you so much.
Thanks,
Coach.
guys.
Head coach Eric Thornton. And, of course, we love his mom, too. She is a great, great lady, and glad she's doing well. Derek, we've got one more thing to do, and that's to name a player of the game.
Pretty easy.
It's real easy.
2 seniors.
Yeah, absolutely.
Every single time, and they earned it.
Yes, they did.
They truly did. We alluded to it throughout this game, throughout the entire season. What they have done for this program is invaluable. It is just incredible. What they have done to continue the success. They knew the expectations coming in. This program has incredibly high expectations from its coach, from the community, from us, and they've really stepped into those roles very nicely. They've both gotten so much better over both of their careers. They both started out in different spots. They've both got some different talents. But, man, I tell you what, they were a lot of fun to watch, and we really look forward to hopefully getting a good tournament run going here in the next couple of weeks. And I think this, if anything, this is the team to do it. I really do. I think you've got to think about this team and this group being really hungry. We've seen 7 sectional titles in a row, and you've certainly got to take care of business first. There's not going to be any easy games in that sectional. There's just not. It's just a very stacked sectional this year. But then past that, it's a group that's only gotten to the semi-state one time, only won regionals once out of those 7 times, and just twice in the program's history, the other time coming in 77. So, there's a lot to play for here in the next couple of weeks, and we look forward to being on the ride.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, I believe this team really wants to make their mark. I mean,
yeah,
and I believe they think they can.
I sure do too. And I think what does that for them is the fact that they can score. Yeah. And when you can score consistently, you can hang with anybody.
Absolutely.
So
no doubt about it. And they play hard defense too, as any Coach Thornton team would. But I'm 100% with you, Derek. Your co-players of the game tonight, 2 seniors for the Lady Knights as they head into postseason, Brielle Wilson and Logan Rouse. It's been a lot of fun during this regular season. We look forward to bringing you the game next Tuesday with a special sponsor in Shelton Financial Group. And with that, Derek, take us home, young man.
Well, from the Castle, the final score one more time. It's Norwell 79, East Noble 20. The Lady Knights win the outright conference title at 7-0. They finished the regular season 17-5 overall. East Noble falls to 2-5 in the conference, and they will finish the regular season 5-18. On behalf of Greg Van Meter and the entire Wells County Voice crew, this is Derek Decker saying so long and God bless.
We hope you enjoyed this high school sports broadcast on the Voice Sports Network. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
The preceding production is property of Voice Enterprises, and all rights are reserved worldwide. Thank you for listening to this production of Voice Enterprises, taking media in a new direction.